Dear people, to read all this back, what you will see in the next few minutes, I put a link in the comments so you can read and hear everything back. Until this is the first chapter, uh, it's in three series, questions until 8 and so on. So you will see it, otherwise it becomes too long. I did pull up in three series for 7 minutes. But okay, look, you can read it back in the comments. The link is staying in the comments. When you have questions, put their questions. I try to answer it. Okay, here's come.
Chapter 1. What is the truth about God? Does God really care about you? What is God like? Does he have a name? Is it possible to get close to God? Paragraphs 1 and 2. Question. Why is it often good to ask questions? Have you ever noticed the way children ask questions? Many start asking as soon as they learn to speak. With wide, eager eyes, they look up at you and ask such things as, why is the sky blue? What are the stars made of? Who taught the birds to sing? You may try hard to answer, but it is not always easy. Even your best answer may lead to yet another question. Why? Children are not the only ones who ask questions. As we grow up, we keep asking. We do this in order to find our way, to learn of dangers that we need to avoid, or to satisfy our curiosity. But many people seem to stop asking questions, especially the most important ones. At least they stop searching for the answers. Paragraph 3. Question. Why do many stop trying to find answers to the questions that matter most? Think about the question on the cover of this book, the questions raised in the preface, or those at the beginning of this chapter. These are some of the most important questions you can ask. Yet, many people have given up trying to find the answers. Why? Does the Bible have the answers? Some feel that its answers are too hard to understand. Others worry that asking questions could lead to shame or embarrassment. And some decide that such questions are best left to religious leaders and teachers. What about you? Paragraphs 4 and 5. Question. What are some of the most important questions we can ask in life? And why should we seek the answers? Very likely you are interested in getting answers to life's big questions. No doubt you sometimes wonder, what is the purpose of life? Is this life all there is? What is God really like? It is good to ask such questions, and it is important that you do not give up until you find satisfying, reliable answers. The famous teacher Jesus Christ said, "Keep on asking, and it will be given you. Keep on seeking, and you will find. Keep on knocking, and it will be open to you." Matthew 7:7. If you keep on seeking for answers to the important questions, you will find that the search can be very rewarding. Despite what other people may have told you, there are answers, and you can find them in the Bible. The answers are not too hard to understand. Better yet, they bring hope and joy, and they can help you to live a satisfying life right now. To begin, let us consider a question that has troubled many people. Is God uncaring and hard-hearted? Paragraph 6. Question. Why do many people think that God is uncaring when it comes to human suffering? Many people think that the answer to that question is yes. If God cared, they reason, would not the world be a very different place? We look around and see a world full of war, hatred, and misery. And as individuals, we get sick, we suffer, we lose loved ones in death. Thus, many say, if God cared about us and our problems, would He not prevent such things from happening? Paragraph 7. Question A. How have religious teachers led many to think that God is hard-hearted? Question B. What does the Bible really teach about the trials we may suffer? Worst yet, religious teachers sometimes lead people to think that God is hard-hearted. How so? When tragedy strikes, they say that it is God's will. In effect, such teachers blame God for the bad things that happen. Is that the truth about God? What does the Bible really teach? James 1:13 answers, When under trial, let no one say, I am being tried by God. For with evil things God cannot be tried, nor does He Himself try anyone. So God is never the source of the wickedness you see in the world around you. Job 34:10-12 reads, So listen to me, you men of understanding. It is unthinkable for the true God to act wickedly, for the Almighty to do wrong. For He will reward a man according to what he does, and bring upon him the consequences of his ways. For a certainty, God does not act wickedly. The Almighty does not pervert justice. Granted, He does allow bad things to happen, but there is a big difference between allowing something to happen and causing it. Paragraphs 8 and 9. Question A. How might you illustrate the difference between allowing wickedness to exist and causing it? Question B. Why would it be unfair for us to find fault with God's decision to allow mankind to pursue a wayward course? For example, think about a wise and loving father with a grown son who is still living at home with his parents. When the son becomes rebellious and decides to leave home, his father does not stop him. The son pursues a bad way of life and gets into trouble. Is the father the cause of his son's problems? No. Similarly, God has not stopped humans when they have chosen to pursue a bad course, but He is not the cause of the problems that have resulted. Surely then, it would be unfair to blame God for all the troubles of mankind.